What if I told you that the strength you're searching for isn't something out there in the world? It's already within you, waiting to be harnessed. The kind of strength that remains unshaken in chaos, that rises above destructive emotions, that stands firm in the face of life's harshest trials. This is the mental strength that Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius spent his life cultivating, and it's the same strength you can begin mastering today. But know this: to become truly strong, to reach a point where external chaos no longer disturbs your inner peace, requires something that few people have: a commitment to discipline, to self-control, and to a relentless examination of the mind. If you're ready to uncover this ancient, timeless secret and transform your life, make sure to subscribe and join us as we dive into the very core of Stoicism and what it means to be mentally unbreakable. The first, discipline. We often believe that the only way to find peace is to change the world around us, to eliminate every inconvenience and control every outcome. But the Stoics recognize something profound. Peace isn't about controlling the world, it's about accepting it. Imagine trying to hold back the ocean or trying to tame a wildfire with your bare hands. Such is the futility of trying to control every aspect of life. The Stoics call us to a different approach, one that acknowledges the chaos of the world while remaining unmoved by it. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the foundation of mental strength, learning to release our grip on the uncontrollable and to redirect that energy inward, where true power lies. To truly accept what we cannot control, we must first confront our tendency to resist reality. Think about the times you've fought against things outside your power, perhaps a failed relationship, an unexpected setback, or the actions of others that hurt or betrayed you. How much energy have you spent trying to reshape these events, wishing they'd gone differently? This kind of resistance is like trying to hold water in a clenched fist. The tighter we hold on, the more slips away. Instead of exhausting ourselves by wrestling with reality, the Stoic path teaches us to face it with calm acceptance. When we cease our resistance, we free our minds to focus on what we can control, our own reactions, thoughts, and actions. This is the mental clarity that brings true freedom. Accepting what we cannot control isn't passive resignation. It's an active decision to focus on what truly matters. Imagine the strength it takes to look at life's unpredictable tides, to see the vast, chaotic expanse of things we'll never control, and still feel calm and secure. This isn't weakness or surrender, it's power. As we release our hold on what's beyond us, we reclaim a power within us. It's the power to rise above petty grievances, to let go of resentment, and to walk through life unburdened by the chaos around us. We become like a rock in a raging river, unshaken, unmoved, and steadfast. And this acceptance doesn't come easily. It demands a daily practice of self-examination, a willingness to confront our own stubborn pride, our desire to change others, our impulse to control every situation. The Stoics knew that real mental strength isn't given, it's earned slowly through disciplined practice. By learning to let go of what lies beyond our influence, we begin to forge a mind that is unbreakable, unburdened, and truly free. This is the first step in our journey to becoming mentally strong, not by bending the world to our will, but by bending our own minds to meet the world with quiet, steady resolve. Mastering self-control. The second pillar of mental strength is self-control, especially when emotions threaten to overtake us. We often think of emotions as involuntary, as forces that rise up unbidden and demand our reaction. But the Stoics believed differently. They taught that while emotions may arise, we are not bound to act on them. The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength, said Marcus Aurelius. To cultivate self-control is to create a mind that remains calm in the face of emotional storms, that observes these emotions with detachment rather than surrendering to them. Picture a storm raging over an ocean. The waves rise and fall, crashing violently against each other, whipped into fury by the winds. But beneath the surface, the ocean remains calm, deep, and unperturbed. In the same way, mental strength is about staying grounded in that calm place within us, even as emotions rage at the surface. The Stoic approach is to observe emotions without judgment, to feel anger, fear, or sadness without letting these feelings dictate our actions. We don't resist them. We simply acknowledge their presence and decide how we respond. Imagine the power of being able to look your anger or fear in the eye and say, "I see you, but I am not you." To master self-control, we must become our own observers, watching our thoughts and emotions as if from a distance. Seneca wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." Our emotions, if left unchecked, can become twisted by our imagination, exaggerating our fears, inflaming our anger, and clouding our reason. But when we observe these emotions with clarity, we regain our sense of perspective. We recognize that anger, for instance, doesn't solve problems, but often creates more. Fear may warn us, but it rarely reflects the truth. And so we learn to pause, to breathe, and to act only after reflection, never in the heat of emotion. Building self-control isn't a single decision, but a practice, a daily choice to refine our thoughts and actions. Each time we resist the pull of a negative emotion, we strengthen our inner discipline, adding another layer to our mental armor. We begin to see that our emotions are not our masters, they are our teachers, revealing the areas where we still need to grow. And as we confront each emotional surge with steady self-control, we become less reactive, more centered, and increasingly aware of our own strength. This is the heart of self-mastery, not in suppressing our emotions, but in transforming them into fuel for growth. Cultivating fortitude through adversity. The final piece of mental strength is fortitude, the ability to face adversity without crumbling. Life, as the Stoics knew well, is a series of trials. We cannot escape suffering, nor should we attempt to. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." These words are an invitation to view hardship not as an enemy, but as an ally. Adversity, in the Stoic view, is not something to avoid. It's something to endure, to learn from, and to use as fuel for growth. Fortitude isn't about ignoring pain or pretending that suffering doesn't hurt. It's about developing the inner strength to face pain without flinching, to embrace struggle as a necessary part of growth. When we confront hardship with courage, we transform suffering into a source of wisdom and resilience. Consider a tree that grows on a cliffside, exposed to harsh winds and storms. It doesn't shrink from the elements. It digs its roots deeper, becoming stronger and more resilient because of the adversity it faces. We too have the capacity to become stronger through struggle, to develop a mind that remains steadfast even in the darkest moments. To cultivate fortitude, we must shift our perspective on pain and hardship. Instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, we can begin to see them as opportunities for growth. This shift requires a conscious effort, a willingness to endure discomfort, to push through difficulty, and to learn from failure. Epictetus said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." In every challenge, we find a mirror reflecting our strengths and weaknesses, a test of our character. By embracing these moments, by confronting the discomfort, we grow stronger, more resilient, and increasingly unbreakable. This journey requires us to let go of the need for comfort and certainty. Mental strength isn't found in a life free from hardship. It's forged in the fires of adversity. With each challenge we face, with every trial we endure, we become a little stronger, a little more resilient. We begin to see ourselves as warriors on a path, unafraid of struggle, unshaken by difficulty, and committed to growth at all costs. This is fortitude, an unwavering resolve to face life's trials with courage, to stand firm in the face of suffering, and to emerge stronger on the other side. And so, with each step on this path, we draw closer to becoming the people we were meant to be. Calm in the face of chaos, resilient in the face of adversity, and unbreakable in the face of life's trials. This is the ultimate journey of mental strength, a journey that begins and ends within.